Some people carry memories like keepsakes. Ao Sorakado carries hers like wounds. She's loud, playful, blunt to the point of rudeness if she thinks it'll get a laugh. To most people, Ao feels like the kind of a girl who never stops moving, the human version of a summer storm. But sometimes people who talk the loudest are the ones terrified of silence. Our story isn't about adventure like Kamame's or hesitation like Tsumugi's. Our story is about memory, the kind that clings to you, shadows you, echoes inside your ribs long after you try to bury it. Because some summers don't fade, some summers stay. And Ao Sorakado, she's been living in one for what feels like years. Airi meets Ao at the island shrine, a place that feels older than Torishima itself. She's crouched there, fiddling with a capsule toy she may or may not have borrowed, arguing with the local kids in the same breath she protects them. Ao Sorakado, the orange-haired firecracker of the island, half wildcat, half guardian spirit. She teases, she punches, she flirts badly, she jokes even worse. But beneath all of that noise, she carries a stillness she refuses to look at. Ao claims she's seen everything on the island. Every corner, every secret. And somehow, she says it like she means it. Irene notices it first in her silences, those brief moments where her voice drops, her posture softens, and her eyes linger somewhere behind him, as if she's looking into a memory rather than at the world. The shrine smells like a salt and old wood. To most people, it's a postcard. To Ao, it's a reminder. One she never asked for, but can't walk away from. Ao Sorakado bursts into Hairi's life like a gust of summer wind. Loud, chaotic, sleepy, lovable. Someone who feels too alive to ever be hiding something. But Ao's energy isn't confidence, it's compensation. Because beneath her sunshine, Ao carries a fear she can barely say out loud. Her older twin sister Ai lies unconscious in a hospital bed. Not dead, not gone, but trapped somewhere between memory and silence. And the glowing butterflies Ao chases through the mountains every night, they are not spirits of the dead, they are not souls waiting to pass on, they are Shichieisho, the scattered remnants of people's lost memories, fragments of their past, pieces of the twin Ao loves more than anything in the world as well. Ao's route isn't about romance at first sight, it's about a girl trying to pick up the shattered pieces of people and ideally her sister's identity one by one before they blow away forever. The Sorakado family holds an old responsibility. Guide these butterflies back to the border between worlds. Retrieve memories that would otherwise vanish. Only spiritually sensitive people or animals can see them, and Ao has been doing the job alone for quite a while. At night, while her friends sleep, she climbs the mountain with a lantern in hand, hunting the glowing butterflies that carry people's and hopefully Ai's memories away from her. But the ritual has a cost. When Ao touches a butterfly, she briefly relives the memory inside it. Sometimes they are harmless, a walk home, a shared joke, a birthday candle, but sometimes they are painful. Moments people hid, burdened thoughts, childhood fears, loneliness, illness, the sound of people crying quietly so no one else would worry in their life and memories. Ao absorbs all of it. She becomes a vessel for someone else's life, and she's terrified that at this rate she'll disappear beneath the weight of memories that aren't hers. That's the real conflict. Not monsters, not curses, not some vague supernatural threat. Ao is carrying people's entire emotional world on her shoulders, and she feels like if she lets go even once, I could be lost forever. Then comes Hyrie, and the most important thing he does isn't heroic or dramatic. He simply shows up. Every night. He walks the mountain with her. He touches the butterflies when Ao is too exhausted. He listens when she finally breaks down, whispering how afraid she is to lose the only person who ever understood her perfectly. In one of the quietest, most beautiful moments of the route, Hyrie meets Ice Butterfly himself. For an instant, he relives Ice's memories, her fear of losing Ao, her guilt over not being able to protect her, her love that never reaches her lips because she's asleep in a hospital bed. And when the memory ends, Iris says something so simple it almost sounds too small. I hope you can see her again. That's the moment Ao realizes she doesn't have to carry this alone. The mountain isn't hers to climb by herself anymore. Together, they reach the Sorakado family's sacred tree, Maoi Tachibana, the border between the everyday world and the world where memories return home. And when Ao finally finds Ace Butterfly, the truth is gentle. I never blamed her. I never resented her. I never wanted Ao to suffer on her behalf. She only ever wanted her sister to be happy. With her memories returned, Ai wakes, fragile but alive, and Ao's whole world cracks open. Not into grief, into relief, into possibility, into a future she never allowed herself to imagine. Ao's story is about guilt, yes, but even more it's about permission. The permission to rest, ask for help, laugh without feeling selfish, hold someone's hand, and believe that you're allowed to move forward even if someone you love is hurting. This arc takes the idea of memory and flips it inside out. Instead of memory as a burden, Summer Pockets shows memory as a bridge between sisters, between past and present, between the living and the liminal, between who Ao was and who she can become. And Hyrie, who arrived on the island calling himself a wounded bird, learns something from Ao too, that healing isn't always dramatic. Sometimes healing is simply letting someone stay beside you on the nights when you're afraid to be alone. Our summer brings Hyrie closer to the heart of Torishoshima, to the rituals, the memories, and the borderlands between worlds. But the island has one last story to tell. A story about a girl who can see the future, and a girl who comes from the future. A story where the past loops back on itself, and the meaning of summer becomes something deeper, stranger, and more heartbreakingly beautiful. So next time in our final episode of this 5-part series, we will talk about Shiroha and Ume and the summer that breaks time. So 5 summers, 5 memories, and one final ending we all must face. So thank you so much for watching this series. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I really loved doing this series and Summer Pockets. Thank you for the support. And well, I'll see you for the final one, hopefully next week. See you soon.